Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Gatry Persaud. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Remember today's date. It will be a topic for future history tests and trivia nights. Today, for the first time ever, a black woman was sworn into the U.S. Supreme Court. Ketanji Brown Jackson is the Supreme Court's 104th justice. But she is also now a member of one of the most unpopular Supreme Court panels in U.S. history. A Gallup poll reveals Americans' confidence in the Supreme Court is at the lowest it's ever been. Polls indicate a strong majority of Americans disagree with the court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The attorney for a man paralyzed inside a Connecticut police transport van has released video of the incident. We want to warn you, this video is difficult to watch. When 36-year-old Randy Cox was put in the back of the van, his arms were handcuffed behind his back, and there was no seatbelt. So when the van suddenly stopped, Cox could not brace himself. He slammed face first into the rear exit door, injuring his neck and spine. Again, a word of warning. This video is difficult to watch. Take a look.
Can you roll on the right side of your body?
Roll over to your back.
No, listen, the other side dead.
Roll to your right side.
I can't move that side. Look.
Can you roll to the right?
Look at my hand over there. I can barely move my fingers. My done.
Cox's lawyer says he is now paralyzed from his chest down. He's also using a breathing tube and a feeding tube just to stay alive. Five New Haven police officers, including the van's driver, have been placed on administrative leave while the investigation is underway. The man accused of killing a Subway restaurant worker and critically injuring another in Atlanta has been identified. Authorities say 36-year-old Melvin Williams allegedly became angry because too much mayonnaise was being put on his sandwich. He pulled a gun and started shooting. He is charged with murder, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, as well as a felony gun charge. A judge denied his bond. Demand for abortion pills is growing. Right after the U.S. Supreme Court's decision on abortion rights, some companies say the demand for the pill doubled. Here's how the pill works. Instead of having a surgical procedure, medication abortion is a method to end pregnancy by taking a combination of pills approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The FDA says both pills are safe and effective up to 11 weeks after the first day of the last menstrual period. Some anti-abortion advocates already say they are taking action to block access to abortion pills too. A member of the Federal Communications Commission, FCC, sent a letter accusing TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, of accessing user data. ByteDance is Chinese-owned and has been watched closely by federal officials for years. Google and Apple would have to voluntarily agree with the request because the FCC has no jurisdiction over internet-based services, and people can install TikTok by sideloading it from other sites. Actress Cameron Diaz is making movies again, thanks to fellow actor and singer Jamie Foxx. Diaz walked away from Hollywood 8 years ago. But Fox announced on Twitter that Diaz will be starring alongside him in a movie he is executive producing called Back in Action. The two actors previously starred together in the movie Annie in 2014, which was Diaz's last movie. She gave Fox credit for her return to movie making, posting on Instagram, "Jamie Foxx, only you could get me back in action." Fox also tweeted out a recording of himself and Diaz discussing her comeback. Fox then brought the great NFL quarterback Tom Brady to the call to give Diaz tips on coming out of retirement. Brady retired earlier this year but returned just weeks later. Netflix hasn't set a release date for the film, but Fox says production is set to begin this year. Today, June 30th, wraps up the celebration of Pride Month. Celebrations and events took place all over the world in honor of the LGBTQ community. Pride events welcome everyone and provides an opportunity to show support, observe, listen, and be educated. I was honored to be invited to interpret for Pride Parade performances here in Toronto. We will wrap up today's show and Pride Month with images from that celebration, so be sure to stay until the end. Amazing. I identify as queer, and I'm proud of that. However you identify, be proud of that and cherish it and be who you are. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. And a reminder, the Sign1News Saturday virtual show team is taking a break for the summer. We'll be back again in the fall. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone, and you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Have a great day. It's a beautiful day outside. Much love.